What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And he's going to try to return this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. This offense has it with really good field position. Moore will throw. It's complete on the right side. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Buckmeyer. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Humphreys. Touchdown, Oregon! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
14, BYU, 0.
He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the catch, it's Bachmeier. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Motion from the wideout. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Buying some time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down mark. BYU has this offense clicking. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Off play action on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space.
Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. And the Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the 1st down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another 1st down.
They run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. With the catch, it's low. Nice move there. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Up-tempo for the offense.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Liberty. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Back to pass, it's Buckmeyer. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Fires on the move. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
He'll run it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Moore to the air. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it fly. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Paul.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple yards.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He wants to change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged out of the air. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Complete to the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. He's got him down the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run play action. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. He's got 67 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Wants to fire on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Casper. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Fakes the grab on the left. Made a defender miss. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Catch in the middle. It's Warren. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Finds his man, it's Paul. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. How about utilizing the fullback and picking up just little snippets of yardage in the passing game?
Yeah, it was kind of a positive play. You know, listen, it goes on the completion side of things, so the completion percentage goes up for the quarterback, and the big fella gets a touch, and we keep him happy, and now we go, all right, let's get back to blocking.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Past the 40. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Snap it to the back. Finds a little space. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
This defense impresses me. When they're in short yardage situations or when they're in goal line situations, they just seem to play tougher. They just seem to play better. They've got guys that get after the football. Now they're setting up 4th.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. They finally get him down, but a This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He gets the two-point conversion as they draw ever closer. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. Can't get him to the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Throwing on the run. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right